Now we're on the public speaking.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Mays.
the agenda that I'm looking at with the 6:30 meeting may be different from yours. It asks for requests and changes or additions to the agenda. That's the basic process that we go through. And my point of order is, why is it not on your agenda? And so I want to take care of that business first. You object to that?
Well, Mr. Mays, just like the last meeting that was called by the mayor, this meeting was specifically called, the first meeting that we're attending to, called by Councilwoman Worthing and myself, and the agenda is as posted with no additions to that agenda.
Ms. Lewis, I'm not going to argue with you today. I would pray. I know the
This
business.
meeting has been recessed 30 minutes.
No, point of order. I object to the recess. You can't just order a recess and get up. I object to the recess. This meeting right now is broke for a lack of a quorum. If it ain't 5 votes set up here, you ain't got a quorum. If you an attorney, Jim, and persist don't have any legal means after you break the quorum, you broke the quorum. You can't just order a recess.
30 minutes?
When men here,
Certain people not here.
the quorum is broken.
She don't want nobody
And I want anybody who see her break the quorum and get up, and then try to run out of here, come back and convene an illegal meeting. This is crazy.
Thank you. You've been left for 30 minutes.
This recess for how long?
We just started.
You can't just order a recess. This is a council meeting. You have to vote on a recess.
We here about the
Back you up. You broke the quorum. You can't.
The meeting is over.
And just got up. Now we gonna get up.
Like nobody staying here, bro.
You have to vote on the recess. You and the legal. That's crazy. Ain't no dictatorship. This ain't Iran.
She'll have 5 votes. She trying to wait on
For those in attendance, the chair ordered a recess because our colleagues were gathering their items so they can break quorum. So we are going to handle city business.
That's not
What? We all just seen what happened. You know it's on camera, right?
Point of order.
What are you doing?
This meeting was adjourned for lack of a quorum.
Yes, it was.
That's all. Anybody, Michael, give me a second to this appeal of the chair. Anybody who try to proceed with a meeting that's adjourned for lack of a quorum is way out of order and illegal.
Yes.
Now, try to proceed with a meeting, and I'm gonna appeal the decision of the chair.
How about that?
Ms. Whitaker, Carter, you want in on this discussion?
So with that being said, Mr. Mays, the meeting was adjourned properly.
It wasn't. What you gonna put the whole city council out?
Mr. Mays, what is your point of order?
You out of order.
That's fine. It has been an appeal of the ruling of the chair. Is there a second?
Yeah, I second.
All right, it has been appealed and properly seconded by Mr. Mays. So, the chair is
Appeal was fine, but I seconded the appeal. Point of order.
Mr. Mays, you're out of order. That's your
No, it's
warning.
me.
You out of order.
You out of order.
So, again,
She want to throw him out anyways.
So the point of order was called because the chair declared the meeting proper. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Vice President.
Yeah, so the rules say you can order an objection without objection. You can rule a recess without objection. However, there was an objection by Mr. Mays. So you did not, it was not an illegal, it was not a legal recess. It was a quorum that was broken.
Yes.
Because the gavel, and hitting the gavel is not an official action. There is no, if there's an appeal,
Big
that
head
gavel means nothing.
That's right.
There's nothing in Robert's rules that say that once you get the gavel, or that everything goes out the window when you get the gavel. So that's why I feel the ruling of the chair. Hitting the gavel does not stop, someone's ability to appeal, and that recess was appealed. Therefore, that was an illegal recess, and this meeting was adjourned for lack of form.
Facts.
Hey.
Anyone else like to speak on this appeal?
Madam Chair,
Ms. Worthing?
even if quorum is broke, you can resume the meeting.
No.
It's just that that's what has been happening, but that does not necessarily mean that the meeting is immediately over. Also, you hit the gavel before there was an objection, so this is a pointless appeal. I stand with the ruling of the chair. Thank you.
Anyone else
you
like to
do.
speak on this appeal?
What's she standing?
Yes, Mr. Murphy.
What here?
Request for information.
What is your request?
Could you speak closer to the mic so we can all hear you?
Through the chair, to the city attorney, all I can do is I was not present at the time. So, based on your observation and your legal opinion, you giving us that was not here, your opinion on what took place prior to us leaving. What I can say here, council member, is that Rule 14.3 says the chair may order a recess without objection. As to whether that rule was implemented properly, prior to the recess, that would be a question for this body to decide. That's essentially the question that's before the body right now.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Priestley?
I was not here, so I'm going to abstain.
All right, anyone else would like to speak? All right,
Chair, Madam Chair.
Mr. Mays.
Ms. Bichette, you want to go? This is cut and dry. Attorney Kim can say what he wants. And he talking about Rule 14.3, a chair may order recess without objection. It was objections. He was sitting here and he heard it. Now he talking about it's for the body to decide.
He jumped up too.
The way the rules is set up, Ms. Priestley and Murphy wasn't even here. So the body that's gonna decide whether or not that was a proper recess is gonna be who? Eva Worthing and Candace Bichette.
That's right.
And guess what? You ain't gonna count the 5. It takes 5 votes to overrule this chair. She hit that hammer. The city attorney got a duty and a responsibility to say, you have to vote on a recess.
And he didn't. He jumped up.
If you order a recess and there's objection, then you have to call a roll call vote. That didn't happen. We wasn't in no recess. That meeting was over. And guess who broke the quorum?
Lewis.
Ladel, who was trying to be slick. Hit the hammer and got out of her seat. Rather than sit here and face the business and discuss what we was talking about, agenda change. They tried to railroad millions of dollars worth of business.
Yep. That's right.
And then avoid a suspension for 30 days.
That's right.
Because on the agenda, y'all got, look at it, Quincy Murphy, Ladel Lewis is up for suspension.
Yep.
So this is a little heavy. And the city attorney is condoning. Look at it. Know good and well what the rules and the law is. But you want to roll with Ladel and Eva Worthing, Candace Bichette. They waiting on Quincy and Priestley to come strolling in.
Yep. That's what they was waiting on.
I'm glad the media is here. I'm glad the cameras was on. Ms. Winfrey Carter, I hope you chime in on this.
Amen.
Because what we sit here doing now, talking
Illegal.
like we in a meeting, is illegal.
That's right.
This is just like
That's
the
what they
empty
used to.
chambers that we sit around talking city business on a meeting that ain't even problem. And it's wrong. But before I get arrested by police, I say I'm gonna at least try this.
Yep. That's what they gonna do.
Because y'all gonna right and get arrested.
Yep.
This is called civil disobedience.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gaines. Anyone else like to speak on this bill? Ms. Winfrey Carter.
Thank you. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And that was wrong. That was an illegal recess. Councilman Mays clearly objected to the recess.
Yes, he did.
And you walked in.
Now, this thing with this, gavel, that doesn't make a difference. That's an object. That's an object. Keep that in mind. Now, while hitting the gavel, Councilwoman Lewis, she stood up. She broke the quorum. The recess was illegal because the recess needed to be voted on. During an official council meeting, you must vote. And if someone objects to the recess, you have to do a roll call vote. So, I will not be supporting the chair in this appeal because that was an illegal recess and this meeting right now is illegal. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Winfrey Carter. Anyone else like to speak on this appeal? Councilwoman Mashat? No? All right. So a yes vote will overturn the ruling of the chair, and a no vote will vote in favor of the chair. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mays is not in. Ms. Lewis?
No.
Mr. Murphy?
I abstain because I was not here.
I know that's right.
Ms. Priestley? I abstain because I was not present. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns is not in. Ms. Michelle?
No.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Ms. Worthing?
No.
Vote is 1 yes, 3 no, 2 abstentions.
The vote is 1 yes, 3 no, 2 abstentions. The ruling of the chair stands.
And the ruling is it doesn't legal me.
Okay, Mr. Mays, that is your second warning. You are removed from the meeting.
You've been waiting to do that, ain't you?
How you gonna remove from an illegal meeting?
We all get up and leave.
This is legal me.
Hey, I'm ready.
Illegal.
We all get up.
Illegal. 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 It's illegal. Illegal. Recall. Yeah. Facts.
You're out of order.
Out all the way out of order.
You out of order.
That's right. City is dead and Flint City Council.
Facts.
I
Corruption. Corruption run Flint City Council. Fact.
will. I want to
So, Councilwoman, please stand at ease.
It's illegal.
Illegal.
That is illegal. It's paused.
They're arresting me, and it ain't even me. So I am, whenever you get put out by the force with uniform, this is
Very illegal.
resist it, you gonna put me in a battle. No, I don't believe you.
This is crazy, bro.
That might be the third just illegal group of rights.
Because they starting the illegal meeting. This whole meeting.
All right.
Supposed to be started.
So now we will proceed
One